This is Dr. Daniel Paul, orthopedic surgeon with Easy Orthopedics, and today we're going to talk about, does getting a cast removed hurt? If you like this video, we put out new content weekly, so please like and subscribe. So does getting a cast removed hurt? The answer is no, it really shouldn't hurt. Is it going to be really noisy? Yes. So when a cast is on, we use a special item to remove it called a cast saw. I really hope you're not watching this video if you're planning on removing your own cast, because it's not a good idea. But anyways, we have a very special saw called a cast saw. What makes it special? So instead of the blade spinning all the way around, it just vibrates back and forth like this, all right? So if you put this vibrating blade on like soft tissues, it's not going to cut them. It's just going to kind of move them. But as soon as that blade hits something hard, like a cast, it'll just cut right through it. Also like a fingernail, or if you really pressed into someone, a bone, unfortunately. I have not seen that, but I've heard of it. So when you're getting your cast removed, they're going to use this really noisy cast saw. There'll usually be a vacuum attached to it, and they're just going to and they're going to cut one side of the cast, like on one side of the arm, then they're going to cut it on the other side, and then they can pry it open and get it off. So this should usually not be a painful process. There's, between the cast and the skin, there's like cast padding, and usually a stockinette. So the blade shouldn't really touch the skin. It should just be going. You might feel the blade as it kind of pokes through. That's okay. It shouldn't be cutting your skin if done correctly. So most of the time, it doesn't really hurt at all. You may have not moved that limb in a while or not had that, so it's going to feel a little bit weird, maybe a little achy, but it shouldn't be painful. But if it's removed incorrectly, then it can cause pain. So how exactly does that work? So with that cast saw, you'll notice if when someone's cutting it and they're doing it properly, they're going to go in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. If you do like this and drag it, what happens is you take that blade that does this, and now you're pulling on the skin, and if it pulls the skin too much, it'll actually cut it. So that is why you do not just drag it and use it like a normal saw. You will actually cut the skin if you do that, which will be painful. Or if the blade is dull and you've been using it for too long and it can get hot, it can actually burn the skin as well. But assuming you're doing appropriate technique and you're plunging in and out, you don't let the cast saw get too hot, everything should be fine, and you're not putting too much pressure. Like if you really push, like let's say on this little bone on the outside of your wrist, and you really, really pushed, you could actually cut into that bone. So, or like a fingernail or something that's hard. But by and large, getting your cast removed should be a painless process. If they're dragging the cast saw along, or it gets too hot, or they're pushing too hard, it might not be, and sometimes it can actually cause damage. Again, if you're thinking of removing your own cast, don't do it. If it's not fitting right, go see your doc. They'll give you a new one. But if it's on there, it's probably on there for a reason, so don't remove it. I hope I was able to answer your questions about if removing a cast hurts. If there's questions I didn't answer, feel free to leave them in the comments below and I'll do my best to respond, but I can't give you specific medical advice about your condition. And if you like this video, we put out new content weekly, so please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.